Hello everyone and welcome back to the Peach State Prime channel. I'm Warren and today we're actually in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we made a stop off at one of our favorite stores. It's called McKay's. You can kind of see it in the background there through the window. For those not aware what McKay's is, they have a handful of locations kind of in the southeast, and it's a used electronics, media, and collectible store is the best way to describe it. If you're lucky enough to have a Second and Charles store near you, which is operated and owned by Books A Million, it's kind of like that, but super large. And, you know, if you have a local music and DVD store, you know, it sells new and or pre-owned stuff, it's like that, but huge. It's actually inside of a warehouse kind of setting, and it's 2 stories. The second story just kind of wraps around the rest of the room and overlooks everything. But it's been a while since I've been here, and they always seem to have something new, so figured I'd, show it off a little bit in this video so you can see what it's all about if maybe you've heard about it, never been in, but anyways, hope you join me as we take a look around McKay's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And here you can see the big entrance here. You can see it's symbolizing they have toys, books, music, video games, some instruments. And they'll buy your old stuff too if you have anything with you. They'll look at it and give you a price. Alright, we are starting by going upstairs. We're taking the elevator, which does give you a view of the store. Oh, here we go. See all those books over there. You got some vinyl records here, some toys. And these are all DVDs over here, some Blu-ray, and then I always like looking at the comics way over there, but you have to walk all the way around here. And we got all these CDs here. Some more Blu-ray and DVD. And here's a good view of all the books. I imagine that's what a library would look like from a bird's eye view. Find anything, Landon?
Not yet. I'm looking for a Weird Al.
Oh, well that sounds good. Of course, they have all this manga, anime-inspired stuff here. And these are your graphic novels over here, collected comic books. And then here's another view from the top. There's the elevator we rode in right there, and they do have steps. We'll probably take the steps down. You do have some back issues of comics here. Well, here's Star Trek. This is like An old one. It's only 90 cents. That's not bad. Looks like we have some role-playing games mixed in here as well. And then looking here at the comics, there's a Mother Teresa comic. I don't think I've ever heard of this. It's actually made by Marvel. Interesting. Must have been part of like a historical series or something. And here's some more TV box sets. Like you got a bunch of Star Trek here. Especially Next Generation movies. More TV box sets, including this really cool Man from Uncle one. Cool, see, that's only $40, and it's even a briefcase with a handle on it and everything, and these clasps. I like that. And of course, you got all these albums up above here. That's more decoration, not really for sale. They do have some downstairs. The vinyl section. And then over here, we're still upstairs. You have some t-shirts, including McKay's t-shirts. And they do have this small section of costumes and kind of some random stuff here. Here's this Pop Hobgoblin. That's pretty cool. Some Loungefly type bags. And I believe, yep, these sure are cassette tapes. You don't see these for sale a lot of places. Looks like they're just all kind of mixed in. I don't really see any kind of order to them, but I think that they have them. Then here's another shot of down below, which is where we're about to go now. And like I said, we're going to take the steps, which are right here. And of course, they have plenty of pop figures here. And toys. Here's records. And they do have some more movies down here. These are their new arrivals. Got some Haunted Mansion pop figures there. I have most of those. Here's the soundtrack to the movie Roadie. I actually have a different version of this, but it's an interesting movie if you've never seen it. And it actually contains one of the first live Styx tracks on it, which is Crystal Ball. And right there. And, you know, you didn't really have that released anywhere else. But it's a nice looking album here. It did have Alice Cooper in the film, and yeah, Hank Williams Jr., Meatloaf. That's his character from the movie there. So very interesting find there. It's only $5. And here's some of the action figures over here. Mix of old and new.
Dude, I saw all those things that you gave for like $10,000. I'm like, congratulations, dude.
Here's some Star Trek figures. More Funko type figures. This one's interesting. This is one of the, I believe, one of the G.I. Joe Mortal Kombat. Oh wait, not G.I. Joe, but an old Mortal Kombat figure. That was Street Fighter that had the G.I. Joe figures. That's right. Yeah, a lot of electronics back behind there. Looks like they have a couple of 3D printers. Some systems there, of course, cell phones. A little bit of everything.
Sometimes it just depends. If they're really big.
And then they do have some of the more sought-after collectibles and video games behind the case here. Looks like they have an arcade one-up back there. Giant Millennium Falcon. It's like these giant shadow statues from Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, there's Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, and a Mickey pumpkin back there. And of course they have monitors and TVs in here. It's like another 3D printer here. And of course they have tons of video games and looks like even some old PC software. Here's your video game aisles, which has taken us right over to the Transformers section. See? They even label it Transformers. And it looks like Landon found some of the small Defenders blockies.
There's a gold Megatron.
Including, yep, gold Megatron. Here's a random Pokeball.
I like that Transformer.
So you don't want this?
No.
Okay, well, we'll put it with other Transformers. No.
And of course, you got Star Wars here. And I think found something we gotta pick up here. It's only $5, and I have some other reaction figures from this line. And it's just kind of a classic Goofy from the Mickey and Friends line. So that's pretty neat. And then we have, this is one of the many, it's kind of like liminal photography here, but one of the many endless aisles of books here that we saw from the top.
No.
Ooh.
And again, if you're looking for a book, they probably have it here.
Have you seen the meteorite dials? I should look it up. Alright, what else should we go through?
And of course, they have a big area of children's books over here and plushies. Some board games. You can see where we were upstairs here, Wraps all the way around. We got some windows. Oh, there's Spider-Man in that window over there. Of course, elevators right here. All right, so that was McKay's. Again, just an endless amount of media and toys and collectibles that you can add to your collections. Definitely always worth a stop if you have time. Either if you're in the Chattanooga area or just passing through like we are. Again, just fun to go and see what new stuff they have in there. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed the tour that I was able to give you. Of course, we all did find something. Warren found some CDs and stuff like that. Landon got those blockies I showed you as well as a CD. And then I found, or my wife found it, or one of my kids, I don't know who found it, but I bought the Goofy figure that we saw, that reaction figure. So something nice to add to my wall in my basement. But anyways, again, I hope you liked this tour of McKay's. If you did, please give it a like here on YouTube. And of course, leave a comment. Have you ever been to McKay's, whether it's this location or another, or know of any other stores quite like this? I'd love to hear from you. And of course, subscribe to the Peach State Prime channel for more content like this. Fun places to shop and eat, tourist attractions, amusement parks, and even the occasional movie review. Just, fun stuff. And of course, you could go to peachstateprime.com to learn more about me and my YouTube efforts. Outside of that, again, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.